Championship of the World. This bout is sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission and the World Boxing Council. WBC President Jose Sullivan, supervisor for the WBC at ringside is Roy Van Patten. Your Nevada Commission members and officials, including Executive Director Mark Radner, are the same except for the judges and referees. The 3 judges assigned scoring the bout on a 10-point must system will be Angel Luis Guzman, Jerry Roth, and Richie Davies. And when the bell rings, the man in charge of the action, your referee, Richard Steele. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Boulder Station Hotel and Casino here in Las Vegas, Nevada, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trimmed with silver and weighing in at 130 pounds. His professional record is 13 victories with 2 defeats and 2 draws. He has scored 14 knockouts. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the pride of San Antonio, Texas, the challenger for the super featherweight champion of the world, Jesse James Lieja. And he's coming across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red and gold with green trim and weighing also 130 pounds. He brings a professional record into the ring of 38 victories with only 3 defeats and 2 draws. He has captured 3 world title belts in his pro career. Ladies and gentlemen, from Ghana, Africa, presenting the WBC Super Featherweight Champion of the World, the Professor, Azumah Nelson.
Take care of business, baby.
Okay, I spoke to both fighters in the dressing room. I'm cautioning again. Obey my commands at all times. Shake hands, good luck.
Jim, there's a jewelry convention in town. I read where some $4 or $6 billion worth of jewels are laying around here, but there's no greater jewel than this man, Nelson, in boxing. You just wonder how long he can continue to sparkle the way he has. An amazing specimen.
Career marked by ups and downs. Stretched out over such a long period of time. He once fought on a card where on the undercard, Tim Witherspoon was fighting Sam Scaff for the right to move to a title bout with Tony Tubbs. It's been that long for the Professor.
And he stayed just as strong and just as smart and has nowhere hardly.
And he goes to the body with the left and goes to the top with the right. And true to his word, Azumah Nelson is going to try to take James Lieja out early.
Jesse James is very calm through all this, though, and that's what it takes. That shows you the heart of a champion.
And also the question is, if he doesn't stop him or hurt him here, how long can he sustain that kind of a fight?
At age 37, that is a big question. Let's also note that Azumah does have respect for Jesse James' punching power because Jesse did knock him on the down run.
Second round of their second fight. Lieja had Azumah Nelson down. Lieja scored consistently with uppercuts against Azumah. In order to do that, he has to slip inside of Azumah's gap.
What Lieja is also doing is he's punching Azumah's left arm to weaken that left arm early.
He landed 4 shots to the bicep.
over the top for Nelson. You wonder if Nelson decided to adopt the quick knockout strategy after seeing how easily De La Hoya handled Lieja in Madison Square Garden.
Maybe he did, but he has to realize that he is not as a big of a person as De La Hoya is size-wise. And I don't truly think he has the shock or the power in his punches that De La Hoya has now. Maybe once in his younger age, but not now.
No way. Double left hand by Lieja, one to the body and one to the chin. Azumah comes back with a combination and lands the right hand over the top.
I don't know if Azumah truly can hurt Lieja.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He sure can.
Yeah, he's hurt badly now. And that's it. I don't think he will ever recover from this. This fight is all over. This fight is all over.
Lieja up at 9, and the round ends, so Jesse will get a minute to try to clear his head.
Can I ask a question? Did you have a 10-second clap?
What's that?
The 10-second clap. Was that accurate? Was that an accurate round?
Well, I saw him lift the knee between 9 and 10, and I was pretty sure he got it up.
That's what I'm talking about.
That was a shot. That was a shot. Stay on. You gotta keep fighting. Let's take a look at that punch. A big right hand. Lieja has his hand down low, as big and perfect a right hand as Nelson could land.
Lieja was trying to throw a right uppercut, and that's the worst time in the world to get hit with any type of a punch.
You still think Lieja can't recover from that, Roy?
Well, I think he can now since he had a round. It's a possibility. I'm not sure if he will. But in that round, he was truly through.
So you're saying you didn't hear the slap to indicate that only 10 seconds remained in the round?
That's what I was saying.
Well, that was during the count.
Exactly. Because they were counting.
Yeah, so that's why you didn't hear it.
Great body shot. Azumah can't get careless here because Lieja is still strong.
Think Azumah's going to be thinking right hand again?
So I'm sure he is. He wants to see Lieja back on the canvas.
Overhand right. This one falls a little short. Nelson almost certainly with a 10-8 round in round number 1, so an early scoring deficit for Lieja.
Lieja must be in wonderful condition to have survived quite as well as he has. You would not know he had been knocked down at this point.
Azumah is really going after him here.
He said show up early, and he meant every word of it. James got in a right hand counter, but this is mostly all Azumah Nelson midway through round 2.
And James is fighting a smart fight here. He is beating Azumah's body. This will weaken Azumah if this fight goes within 8 or 10 rounds.
So Lieja should be looking to pick his spots to the body.
Yes, he should, because this takes the power out of a pound puncher.
Hard left hand lands for Lieja as Azumah backs away.
I don't recall seeing Nelson come out this fast before. It's not his normal style.
But this is an after-dark fight, and this is our natural style.
And as you said earlier, Roy, that after having gone 24 rounds with each other, they might as well come out and start fast.
That's the great thing about fighting a guy 2 or 3 times. Good body shot by Azumah.
Azumah really committing to every right hand.
right all night. I said, that's what I want. Punch you with power. Deep breath. It's all right. One more time. Nice and good. Make the boy better, then you can counter, okay? Make him think of the right hand, you come back with the left. You make him think of the left, and you come back with whatever you want to. And you make him do whatever you want to. You want to throw the right hand, lower your left, and come back with it. Beautiful. Very nice. Okay? Don't let your hands go down. Keep your hands up there. I'm back. Don't get too close. I'm squash hard. Okay, you did a good round. We win this round, but we got to win. Big. Okay? But be very careful. We find the target, and then we release the power. You got it, baby. One love.
Among various bad signs early for Lieja, he has not been able to get off with his jab at all, landing only 10 of 57 in the first 2 rounds. Nelson, on the other hand, 33 connects in 71 jabs thrown in the first 2 rounds. So Nelson is setting the tempo with the jab and following up with big right hands.
I think Nelson has developed a new respect for Lieja, and this is why he's landing his jab, and this is why Lieja is not landing his jab.
And I think if Lieja's going to get back in the fight, Roy, he'll do it with the left hook.
And the body punch. Azumah has so much confidence in his ability to flip a punch. He sits there and is just so calm with the way he flips Lieja's big punches.
Lieja just doesn't look as quick as he did in the first couple of fights.
Well, because those losses take that type of stuff out of you. That was the effect that I was speaking of earlier when I said after a fighter loses a couple of fights, he's not the same. But he is punching hard.
It may be more telling than the loss to De La Hoya was the 12-round war that he lost to Gabriel Ellis. He took a lot of heavy shots from Gabriel.
Yeah, and Gabriel did knock him down.
It looks like Nelson now seems to have gone back to wanting to be a counter puncher, and I think Lieja now is dictating again because Nelson is allowing him to.
Which is just what I was about to say.
Lieja landing 2 left hooks in recent sequences.
And that's a big mistake by Nelson to let Lieja push the issue. Because if Lieja gets the chance to push the issue, he will outpoint Nelson.
Azumah cracking Lieja with a hard overhand right. Lieja looking for more opportunities to go to the body with the left hook. Azumah takes the initiative again and lands another right hand. And a big left.
That's the best fight for Azumah, to push the issue. If he waits, Lieja will knock him out.
That's a good round, okay? That's what you do. Get you out of it. You're right. You're right. She's going down. Okay? That's what you do. Roll the buckets, somebody. I'm going to look at them. Roll the buckets.
Spirit of the Games. It's coming up Tuesday night. Let's have another look at the promotion.
Return to a time of true Olympic gold.
I didn't even think about making any money in the sport. I can tell you, you did it for the love of sports.
Strip away the years. Rediscover the Summer Games. Unadorned, pure, and simple in never-before-seen home movies with Olympic athletes telling their own stories in their own words.
This is what you trained 10,000 hours for.
Return to the spirit of the games. Premieres Tuesday night at 10:15 on HBO.
Round 4, and Azumah Nelson had decreed that it wouldn't last more than 3. So Lieja has weathered the early storm. Now can he find a way to turn the fight to his tactical advantage?
I think he can. In this fight, I must say, the old man is starting to show a few signs of getting old. Because he wanted to come out and push the issue, but he just can't hold up that pace like he wants to.
He did score an early knockdown against Lieja. He seemed to establish his way of fighting in the first few rounds, so you would expect Nelson to have an early lead in points as he pounds away at Lieja against the ropes again.
Hopefully.
Straight right hand lands for Lieja. Sneaking in left hooks to the body. Starting to connect with the jab. Things getting a little bit better as times go on for James Lieja.
Three straight jabs to the body. You don't often see that, Roy.
No, you don't see that. Jesse James Lieja is making a big mistake by sitting here and letting Azumah just dictate the fight. Azumah is the older of the two. He should make the old man work.
Well, when you've made your reputation over the years by getting off and winning exchanges, winning fights in which you were willing to trade shots like James Lieja, sooner or later you reach the end of the diving board, and you don't necessarily have to be 35 years of age for it to happen.
You got a point there.
He's had a lot of tough rounds against tough fighters, including 24 rounds with Azumah.
That's a great right hand by Lieja, though.
And Azumah answers with an overhand right of his own.
Azumah's throwing a good left uppercut because Lieja is stepping his hook.
So the more Lieja steps into the left hook, the more Azumah will come back with the left-hand uppercut.
And he fooled him like he's going to throw the left uppercut to make him duck straight down. Like he's going to throw the left hook to make him duck straight down, and he throws the left uppercut instead. So Lieja runs right into it.
Good left hook by Lieja, and he lands a right hand behind it. Best flurry of the bout so far for James Lieja.
And this is what he should be doing. I think the whole fight will wear down.
How's that you gotta do it? What at? Open up. What out? I just want to make sure I don't get it in trouble.
Harold Letterman, how do you have it so far?
Punch him 39-36, 3 rounds to 1, Azumah Nelson. I really didn't think Jesse James Lieja was going to get up at the end of the first round, because to me, he looked like he was gone. But in any case, I thought that the second and third round, he was really fighting a lot on instinct, and the fourth round, he seemed to come alive. He just started to back up Nelson, he started to get busy, he started to punch, and he won the fourth round. 3-1, Azumah Nelson.
I have it 2 rounds to 1 and 1 even for Lieja. The points are even. It's an even fight because of the knockdown in the first round, 2-point round for Nelson. I thought that Lieja won the last 2 rounds.
Round 5 of a scheduled 12 rounds. Azumah Nelson's super featherweight title at stake in his third battle with Jesse James Lieja. Punches are setting all this up.
And that's what I said he should have been doing the whole time. This way you make the older fighter work. And you take a lot out of him by hitting him to his body. Oh, good body
Azumah
shot.
goes to the low blow, and Lieja comes back with a low blow of his own.
Actually, I don't think Azumah was a low blow.
Free shots as Azumah starts to slow down on punch output.
I think Azumah is trying to wear Lieja down by letting him throw a lot of punches. This seems to be his game plan right now. But the thing is, taking punches takes just as much out of you as throwing them does.
I always thought it took more out of you, Roy.
Cut is developed right there from that left hook over the eye there. A bad cut.
Huge cut over the right eye, and you're exactly right, Roy. It came from that left hook. And Azumah wants to go in for the kill.
And Lieja was hurt by a left body shot there, too.
Plenty of time to finish in round 5. Nelson thinking knockout for the second time in the bout.
And this is a dog fight.
Well, Lieja has been cut on many occasions and survived, including the last time these two fought.
There's that left uppercut that I told you about.
But this is a nasty cut, the blood flowing into Lieja's eyes.
The other has to be very careful. Lieja is still a big, dangerous puncher.
Lieja considering whether to start unloading the kitchen against Azumah because this cut may not give him many more chances in the bout.
And I must admit that Nelson seems to be the stronger of the two right now.
You cannot take from him and do nothing. You better go coach the game. Do what you need to do. Just like the rails, he's about to go. You almost had him going now. He's wearing out, James.
The cut man in Lieja's corner is Joe Souza. If you saw Arturo Gatti versus Wilson Rodriguez on the second installment of Boxing After Dark, and if you saw it, you'll never forget it, Gatti's cut man who rescued his man's chances to win that fight was Joe Souza, this same guy.
This cut is very similar over the other eye as it occurred in the second fight. There is the punch that opened his eyes. On 4 or 5 occasions, Lieja has been cut and has had plastic surgery so that if you saw him, you wouldn't really know that he had all of those cuts.
But he said to us yesterday, I cut too easily. I just hope that steel will give me a chance to stay in there if it happens.
And then he got hit with a double left hook right on the cut at the beginning of the round.
Azumah Nelson, the old professor, taking James Lieja to school now as round 6 begins.
There was also 2 great body shots by the veteran.
The old professor thinks he has lifetime tenure.
The one thing he has to be, there he is, he's out. Lieja is hurt badly.
Lieja not holding on, electing to punch back instead.
Good body shot by the professor. These body shots are really taking a toll on Lieja.
Steele pulls him apart.
He wants to stop the fight because he knows Lieja is beginning to show wear and tear. He's going to punch back or Steele will stop this fight. The body shots have weakened Lieja so much that his punches don't have the same power on him.
But he's still got the guts to throw as blood envelops his right eye.
He has the heart of a champion. He landed a great body shot there. But I just don't know if he can come back from this.
Azumah slowing down for the moment. After having thoroughly dominated the first 60 seconds of this round, he came out of his corner and threw those 2 left hooks in a hurry to reopen the cut over Lieja's eye. And since then, he's been landing more or less at will.
Jim, I must say that I think the 2 losses are the main factor here. Because Lieja doesn't have the same confidence that he had before.
Yeah, but I also have to give Nelson credit.
Yes.
Richard Steele singing up. And And Azumah Nelson has the technical knockout victory he so badly wanted in his revenge bout against James Lieja.
The diamond keeps sparkling. He is an amazing character, Azumah Nelson. I don't recall a top fighter in the lower weight division sustaining this kind of quality these many years.
Ever.
And Richard Steele's been ripped in the past for what people thought were quick stoppages, but I'm not sure you can criticize this one, Roy.
No, I think this was excellent because the guy was showing wear and tear. Azumah clearly wore this guy down with body punches. He made a layup punch, he took all of it, he blocked it, and then he wore Leija's body down.
And in this last round, prior to the stoppage, Lieja simply not ready or willing to fight back enough to prevent Richard Steele from calling a halt. And we'll take another look at the sequence prior to the stoppage. Azumah landing lefts and rights, and then setting up the target and coming in with a combination, and Richard Steele says enough.
The fans definitely and obviously want to see death, but it's not going to happen here.
Richard Steele, because of a very, very severe laceration to the right eye of Jesse James Lieja, had to call a halt for the bout. We'll have the official time for you in just a moment.
This great warrior has just been worn down by a true old veteran.
No complaint from Lieja when the fight was stopped. You heard the crowd booing, but Jesse James himself walked to his corner and accepted Steele's stoppage with total equanimity. You can see that Nelson landed almost exactly twice as many punches as Lieja in the bout, was landing at a 51% connect percentage, and this is thorough dominance on Azumah Nelson's part. Incidentally, the three judges had it scored 48-46, 48-46, 49-46, all in favor of Azumah Nelson. So the old professor was headed toward a possible decision victory if he wasn't able to get the stoppage, and he did. And now Michael Buffer with more of the particulars.
Once again, the bout was called a halt to because of a very severe laceration suffered to the right eye of Jesse James Lieja. He was unable to continue. Referee stops the bout at 158, 158 of round number 6. The winner, and still WBC super featherweight champion of the world, the Professor, Azumah Nelson.
And a final look at the scene in the ring. Azumah Nelson at age 37, 17 years as a professional fighter.